This isn't Stickum. Babe, be genuine for the camera. What, you love me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're talking about some things we disagree about. You know what we're going to talk about? Okay, first of all, that Skepchick thing I showed. Okay, look. I need something to call you on. I don't want to call you your real name because these guys will use Google and find out who you are. You're too famous.
Maya.
Maya, okay. So,
It means Mary.
I showed Maya the video of Skepchick where she complained about the thing, and I showed her the comment that Dawkins made, and I showed her, but she left the room, wasn't really paying attention, conference report on it. So, yeah, what do you think? I think I'm the kind of guy that wouldn't say that on an elevator because I would be concerned that the person might feel awkward. And I don't really believe in following social mores too much, but then don't talk to people on there because they feel awkward is one that I follow. But I also think that the poor guy was just, 4 o'clock after drinking is not that weird of a time to make that kind of proposition if you're careful to not be threatening in anything you overtly do. But what do what's your
Take on the video?
Is your position a feminist position or what?
Well, my take on the video is that it sounds like she has a fabulous life. I mean, she gets to travel around and be this awesome hipster atheist, and it sounds fabulous. Good for you. Rock on. I think the fact that he wants me to point out that you might have gotten hit on in an elevator is some sort of, sense that the whole philosophy atheist group has, this, sexuality turned into it and whatever, but it just seems bogus. People go to conferences to hook up with other people who think alike, and so what if people are looking for a partner there or not? I mean, it could have gone either way. The guy was don't take me wrong, right?
Yeah.
But I want to talk to you more. You want to come to my room and have some coffee? So what? Okay, maybe most guys can say, oh, I would never do that for a chick. But, I don't think most
most
girls
guys are
can
saying
say
that of course they would, and if it was a stupid place, then they feel rejected, so could we call it even? I think that's their sort of point, as far as the guys that aren't just pricks and really are misogynist about it. But,
Oh, sorry, Lily.
making a video like I said. No, but I wasn't trying to have you say that. I wanted you to say your opinion, but, it was more... Yeah, I don't know if it was different than mine. Except for it did seem to be more so what? Whereas I'm I don't know what to think, because I sort of would think at that level, and yet it seems a little extreme. On the other hand, I thought it was interesting, I thought the way she put it was almost like a direct quote, or if it wasn't, it was it didn't make him look extra bad. She wasn't, a lot of people, especially on the internet, that were ranting about something, they just rant, and they wouldn't quote the person so carefully, or if they paraphrase, they wouldn't have made it sound so neutral, because it was obviously, her message was that even if you say it neutral, the circumstances matter, and there's truth to that. So I'm more sympathetic to her point than you, I think.
I guess, but, I would say that to even just a friend that I felt plutonic towards, but wanted to continue a conversation with.
Well, that's what I was going to say, and that the part that I don't think is that, you can say, well, I know what he was thinking, but you don't really. She was a panel speaker, and you don't actually know. And if she would take him literally and then not sleep with him, but go talk because maybe she was into talking more, which obviously wasn't in the cards, but, he probably would have, he might, even if he wanted more, that probably would have been good. He'd gone to a conference too. It sounded like he was somebody that was at this conference from the way she said it. So I don't think I don't really like a society that assumes that. Like Fred was saying, or conference report, that that men have this sizing women up for sex attitude. It's just ordinary, and you can get, if that were true, you could get past it, right? Still just let it pass and not put a lot of stock in it. You can't really assume that some guy that is not otherwise being threatening, that's just that they ask for some of your time. And a guy doesn't know if he's as charming as he hopes that he is, or as non-threatening as he hopes that it is, and that he's obviously not, they don't know.
The thing is, that whole situation didn't,
We don't know.
It's 50-50. Like, he might have just been asking for more conversation.
There's a certain point where you can say, oh, you could just say no, but if you're going to go to a meeting because you're going, I love talking about this atheism stuff, and you know that half or more of it is going to be dealing with come-ons.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, some people might go to the pub or bar or whatever, and they know they're trying. It's fine that they have to do that. But on the other hand, you could be getting into your hobby of atheism, and it's just not as fun thinking that half of it's going to be this other stuff.
There's a point where you have to call it out and be like, hey, that's fucked up. But in many cases, I don't know, it's fucked up because a lot of times, we're humans, we do procreate. We are meant to continue the race. But that's not what I'm saying about this. This is just about general conversation. But in that mix, you're gonna get people that want to kind of perpetuate the conversation for even longer, and use the conversation as some sort of way to hook up with other people, and that's just fucking human nature. If you're working at McDonald's, that's gonna happen to you, and if you're working at fucking philosophy or going to school or whatever, it's just gonna happen, and that's just either set a certain standard of how you expect to be treated, which is what it seems like this super skeptic or whatever. Sorry, but it's, it
but
seems
she probably
like,
won't see this video.
Yeah, it seems like she wants to set a certain standard, and that's cool. But
yeah, I think that's fine, because it's not like she reported him to hotel management. She can have her attitude and say, I felt uncomfortable and wish you would suppress your sexuality when I'm there to talk about atheism and feminism. But yeah, okay,
but she wasn't talking about feminism. She was talking about atheism, and there were feminist groups and talk stories going on.
That's what a lot of people were complaining, but she was talking about feminism. She decided that there was a feminism angle to the topic she was talking on, and that's your right when you're the speaker. So, okay, I'm asking people. Get some nasty comments for your opinions. You'll be surprised, because in the other videos it's only been a couple. But anyway, when you talk on this subject, you just be surprised. But anyway, it sets people off, because everybody has a personality disorder. That's my oh, and that's what I was going to ask you. I didn't warn you about. Okay, my theory is that everybody around me in real life has been getting disturbed by the fact that I've been thinking about this borderline personality and everything, talking about personality disorders a lot the last week and a half or so, right? Haven't I brought it up? Call all of our friends, they come over, 4th of July, and then Tuesdays, and I brought it up, and everybody's because they probably think, oh, cracking up. And is that what you think? You guys are all disturbed, or are you disturbed? Is it disturbing? What do you think about that? Just not borderline itself, but that I bring it up because I know it's disturbing to people.
It's just because we have enough problems to deal with ourselves than to fall down someone else's rabbit hole, in my opinion.
But we have someone that has, if not that, other voice in the head level, serious, let's not fool around, gotta learn about some mental health issue kind of systems thing in our life, because he's a relative and we're not going to turn our back on him, even if we're oh. And so why do that for 40 years? You gotta figure it out. So I'm not bringing it in. It's already in. I don't have anybody else like that. On the other hand, I've met people.
It's okay to have people like.
It's better than okay. I've had friends that needed their meds to stay cool, and I wouldn't have been their spouse, but I was happy to be their friend. So.
Yep. I don't know. I found that when you like take people in with mental health issues, because we all have mental health issues that we have to deal with. We all have mental health issues that we have to deal with. We all have mental health issues that we have to deal with. But some people just cannot overcome. And so it takes the help from a lot of other people. And there's millions and millions of dollars being spent. And I think it's all well worth it. But
It's nothing.
it's spent just on making these people functional in society, and that's good. I mean, it's better than the billions of dollars we're spending on making people dysfunctional in our world.
One reason I've been thinking about it is because I think that the safety net has to help these people. These people are so difficult that even their parents can't help them and abandon them. You know, I do blame the parents because they brought them into the world, and I think there's but they might just not have the resources. Even if they gave their help, it's not like it would necessarily help the kids have their reactions and buttons.
But
So
more often than
obviously
not,
the safety
I would
net.
say that the parents like are the safety net. They're the
No.
only ones that'll save the kids.
Okay, but
Yeah, and you just
No.
don't see them.
But here's the
because they're
thing.
fucking hidden.
I think here's the thing. That's the only one that would. But that's my point. The safety net needs to do it because no, the parents can handle it.
For whatever reason.
And you can see, first of all, every one of these gang stalkers, well, not every one, but almost all of them, you know, it's like, and my father was one of the perps. I mean, it's serious.
I asked for forgiveness, not permission.
Okay, well, that's not, you don't need to do that with me. It doesn't work with me. That's for other people.
That's just
Okay.
your philosophy.
Okay, it's not my philosophy. It's other people.
That's not true. That's why you do what you do for a living, because you can ask for forgiveness.
What are you talking about? I don't
You don't
ask
have
for
to deal with
forgiveness.
asking for permission. Oh,
I don't do either.
BTW?
I don't do either.
There was a drama at work.
Really? Do you want to put it on YouTube?
Sure. So I asked,
Okay, that's
like,
really
if I
going to
could use
keep our
flex
private.
time.
Right, okay, go ahead. I'll have to bleep this. This is going to be like
Okay.
an hour to edit this. Yes, go
Okay.
ahead.
So I asked if I
Bleep,
could use
bleep,
flex
yeah.
time.
All right, flex time. I'll leave that in. Go ahead. Go.
You can edit me later.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. Go ahead. You want to say his name? Bleep, 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 bleep. No.
Because I brought it up that perhaps that I shouldn't be using certain flex time to do certain person that I work with, because it could be seen. And they were like, no, that's ridiculous.
This is all
You don't
getting
need
cut
to
out.
worry about that. But they were like, but on the other hand, let's with like the various codes, which I didn't even pick up as like a big fuck you or whatever.
Yeah, the whole thing's going to get cut out. So go ahead.
You can edit me later.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.